On February 2nd, I made a video discussing what I thought had been very possible side effects. Shortly after the video released, I received a lot of pushback and disagreement on various sides. At the time, I was acting pretty defensively, but after giving the video a lot more thought and some extra study, I feel at the end of the day I owe everyone an apology. When I make an article or video such as this, I like to make sure that it's as accurate and as well thought out as possible. Frankly, that video failed to meet those standards, and it is no one's fault but my own. Hence, why I'm making this video now as well. Keep in mind though, the person doing the voiceover for this video and the last video is not actually my voice, so they have no responsibility in this. So in the original video, I made 6 main points. 1. That it was hard to procure. 2. That there was a serious risk of impurities which would cause serious problems. 3. That there was a serious risk of overdose. 4. That there was a serious risk of psychosis activation. 5. That you had to have a partner or else you might do something very stupid while under delusions. And 6. That you could easily have a bad trip. Now, after some studying, points 2, 3 and 4 are wrong, at least in relation to risk. For point 2, it seems to be that many forms of street LSD have good purity, and the ones that are impure may not even be a big deal. But don't quote me on that one. Others report a more downgraded high with what they believe to be impure LSD. In any case, the risk is very low, and if it is impure, it will probably just make you uncomfortable. For point 3, the risk of overdose is also very low. Street LSD is very often administered in low doses, or at least low enough to mitigate any kind of serious risk. Nevertheless, dosage is still something you should know. While it is apparently hard to be harmfully stupid with this, you can still harm yourself if you take it to extremes for whatever reason. And finally, for point 4, the risk of a psychosis activation is very low as well. Now, don't get me wrong, it can happen, but if it did happen, it was probably going to happen sometime in your life anyway, and it could also be activated by something as harmless as marijuana, for example. There have even been some reports of LSD users actually being more well off, mentally speaking, than people who have not taken the drug at all. Again though, I can't substantiate that, so take that with a grain of salt. As to point 5 and 6, while I was also mistaken for them as well, it was more of a yes or no kind of deal. For point 5, not having a partner isn't entirely a deal breaker, but it should still be sought out if at all possible. And point 6, while bad trips are a possibility for sure, they will usually pass without any serious incident, and especially if you have a partner. So, to conclude, I would like to apologize again, and I'll do my best to make sure my own videos and articles are more up to snuff.